Good morning, guys, and welcome to a day in my life. Haven't done this in a really long time, so I'm super excited. And the reason why I'm filming today is because today is truly a typical day for me where I am juggling between modeling job and my other activities. So I thought it would be really fun. I'm picking up the camera and talking now because before, I don't know about you guys, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I could film now, I can talk. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, this is happening with a lot of showing, a lot of music. And once the coffee has entered my system, I can talk to you guys. So here we are. It's 8:30 a.m. and I'm now gonna do a little half an hour Pilates class. I love to start my day like this. Today is a great day to do so. I have a modeling job, but it only starts at 10:50. That's my call time. So I have time in the morning to take the time to do a little Pilates class. It's still a little dark outside, but the sun is coming out and it's not raining, which is honestly the best gift ever. Right now, I am wearing, I don't know if you can see, yes, I'm wearing color, but I am wearing a new Pilates set that you'll see entirely after. But I mean, can we talk about the beauty of this? The color is gorgeous because I am not a big fan of blues. I don't like baby blues. And this is more of a gray blue, gorgeous. The ladies are ladying, if you see what I mean. Like, I don't have big breasts. So I do like things that make them look cute and plumped. And this is definitely giving that. The fabric of this is insane. It feels like a little peachy fabric. It's super thick, like the fit is perfect. I'm wearing an extra small and an extra small. And when I'm gonna tell you where it's from, your jaw is gonna drop. I haven't purchased anything from this brand, honestly, for the past 15 years. It's from H&M. H&M, guys, they have made it. They have it in black, they have it in brown, they have it in blue. I always try to do a little meditation in the morning, but this morning was pretty special because last night I decided finally to subscribe to the app called Activations by Mimi Bouchard. It's an app I've been wanting to get, but it is pretty pricey because it's, I think, 30 euros per month. But I'm doing the 2 weeks trial to see if I like it. But it's honestly very different from very, I'd say, conventional meditation. It's activations and you have plenty of different subjects on the app. It's really cool. Like, the app is really, really cool. There's so much content. You can do activations while walking, while working out, while cleaning the house. Like, you can literally ask them to, give you different types of meditations for the different types of activities that you're doing. And I just love the voices and the vibe. Like, it's very engaging. So yeah, testing this out. Everybody. A few waves in my hair just to give a little bit of movement because my hair is very long and I have a very sad news. My hairdresser decided to close shop and just keep his salon in Bordeaux. So I have no hairdresser in Paris now, and that is very scary. I've been going to him since I'm 17, so I need to find new options. As I said, I'm going to a modeling job. It is a fitting, so it means that I'm going to be working with the designer directly in his studio, and so there's no hair and makeup whatsoever. It's just really simple appointment. You try on pieces that are going to be shown in the next show, But I could go with no makeup, I could whatever, but I like to do like this very natural base that I always do if I do Polaroids, if I do fittings and things like that, where I look like I have no makeup, but I have a little something to make me look alive. I always use the Cosas Revealer Concealer as a base because it is super creamy, super covering, and you can really use it as almost a foundation in a sense. Like you can really make sure to put it everywhere on your face, and it really just color corrects super well. So this is 3W. While I do this, because we've been doing this for so many times, this is not the first time I show you this makeup, I wanted to share you guys a story. I'm gonna share a story. This is the morning story time. I'm gonna share with you guys a story about my cactus. Are you guys ready? And it is because it has a point for us all, okay? I realized that recently when I thought of it. This thought came at the time because I had met a couple, and they were telling me how they would love to move to Paris and all that, but it is scary. Moving away, going from something you know to something you don't is scary, because as we always say, like, you know what you're gonna lose, you don't know what you're gonna get. So taking that leap of faith of doing a big change in your life, whatever it can be, like deciding to change jobs, anywhere you're living, an apartment, you know, a relationship, whatever it is, can be pretty scary. And one thing that I remember also when I moved to Bali is in my very first YouTube video, I tell you guys why I decided to move to Bali. And I say that one of the things that I had read is that we are kind of like plants and we need to be repotted from time to time, right? So I was thinking of that, thinking of them and thinking like how happy I repotted myself for 2 years in Bali because it brought me so much in my life. Powder Charlotte Tilbury. Next, a little bit of bronze with a very natural Makeup by Mario. This is color light medium. From there, I started thinking about my cactus. And here is the story about Jack the cactus. When I moved in with my ex at the time, we went to IKEA and my dad came with us. We needed to buy, you know, all the basics things. And we get to the cashier and my dad see this cactus not far from, you know, where you're gonna go and pay. And it was like the size of my head, you know, like this big. So he buys the cactus for us and is like, oh, this is my, you know, housewarming gift, like as a little plant. You guys can have it, whatever. And I keep this little cactus in his IKEA pot. A few months later, Jack started dying. So, and I, you know, was like, you know, it's an IKEA cactus this big. Can we really have that much hope for Jack? I don't know. But I had an amazing maid at the time. And she was like, we're gonna save Jack. So we saved Jack. Jack started getting better, looking good. And one day I told Jack, I'm gonna go buy you a new pot. You're gonna look good in a beautiful pot. So I go and I buy this very beautiful, huge cement pot, which was way bigger than he was. But I was like, you know, I like the size of the pot. He's gonna look great in it, right? I repot Jack. Jack is tiny, Jack is looking like this. Jack, all of a sudden, you guys, IKEA Jack grew into becoming bigger than me. And I have a picture that I'll insert here of Jack because it's insane. Jack went from being an IKEA cactus, big like this, to being taller than me. What have we learned from Jack, guys? We have learned from Jack that we need to be repotted sometimes. And that sometimes, you know, when we're in the wrong pot, we can't grow. Jack was in the wrong pot, so he was sad and wasn't growing. When I repotted Jack, Jack grew. Jack grew into what he was always meant to be, big and tall and fabulous cactus. Jack. So I'm using this blush by Patrick Ta in color Not Too Much. And one thing that I have to say, the Makeup by Mario, because it's a balm, it does not mesh well with powders. So you have to go in with a cream blush so that it looks very natural and flawless. This just shows how we need, from time to time, to switch things up, take a leap of faith and change something in our lives, because sometimes that's what's going to make us have a better life, a bigger life, or just do things that you're more meant to be doing. That was my little story time about Jack. I am now gonna do the eyeshadow, just this very neutral brown, just to do a little eye contour. I don't want it to look like I'm wearing eyeshadow, so it's very light. But I feel like eyeshadow make your eyes pop, and it just creates this like beautiful contour. I'm gonna do a very quick sweep of the powerful mascara by Wonder Skin. I don't want it to look like I have mascara, so I'm just gonna go very lightly like that. There. Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury. For a last splash of glow, I'm gonna use the Rhode. I haven't given back to Lisa yet. I've kept it for me. She hasn't asked for it yet, so I'm keeping it. And what I've been liking to do when I do these very natural makeup is to go in like this on top of my makeup. And it just gives the most natural glow with no highlighter, which is exactly what I need when I do these type of jobs. And I love to go under the brow bone, because it's like following up that glow here, and you go up and up. Glam is done. I need to get dressed and we need to get out of here. We have 6 minutes, guys. I've arrived at my point for my job. As I said, today we are doing a fitting at Louis Vuitton headquarters with Nicolas Ghesquière. Been working with him for I think a good 8 years, and I have been lucky to work with a lot of designers. I've worked for Raf Simons, Claire Wright Keller at Chloe, Demna at Balenciaga, Sonia Rykiel. Who have I done? Maria Grazia at Dior. Like, I've done many, Marc Jacobs. I've met all of them. Honestly, it's one of the highlights of my career is that I got to meet all these designers and work with them. And I have to say that Nicolas is one of my favorites because he is just such a sweet soul and an extremely creative person. And it is a joy and an honor to see him work for these past 8 years. So it's always a pleasure for me to go, and the team is so sweet and I love working with them. It is impossible for me to film anything. That would never happen. So I'm gonna have to stop filming at some point. It is super confidential. I don't even have my phone with me in the studio. So it's, I mean, logical, right? So the thing about fittings is you're booked, so you're paid per hour. And you never know. You know what time you arrive. You never know what time you leave. But now that I've been working with them, I have an idea. It should be 2 to 4 hours. So we should start at 11. I think we'll be done by 1 p.m. But sometimes it's way more, and it is what it is. That's one of the things that is a little bit challenging, is that you have to kind of have a very flexible day. You can't have anything after, because if it goes over the time you expected, there's nothing you can do. You don't have access to your phone, so you can't tell anyone. My priority today is this job, and once I'm done, I'll kind of review what I can do. I have planned my day and what I think is gonna happen, but you know what I mean. It is what it is, so let's go. Bonjour, j'ai un fitting à 10h50. Au revoir. And I'm done. My predictions were right. I'm done at 1 p.m. So I'm super happy because my planning was on the prediction that I would be done by 1 p.m. So we are on time on this daily schedule. So it's perfect. I am starving and it's time for lunch. I'm gonna go by Kmart, which is a Japanese supermarket. And at midday, they have plenty of like lunch options, bowls and sushis and things like that. And one of the things they do have is onigiri, and I love that. It's like I call it the Japanese sandwich, and if I could eat that every day, I would. And theirs over there is very good. Highly recommend. There's plenty of Kmarts in Paris, and they all, I think, do onigiri. I'm home. I've done a little outfit change. I needed to be in something cozy. I don't know about you guys, I cannot be home and not be comfortable. So even if I'm gonna be home for 2 hours and I'm gonna move again, like go again somewhere else, I'll just do another outfit change. And anyway, I didn't want to keep my outfit that I had this morning. So I'm just gonna change anyway. But I cannot be home and not comfortable. It's impossible. I can't be in jeans. I really have to be home for half an hour, 45 minutes for me to think I'm not getting out of my clothes. For the 2 onigiri, I took salmon and I'm gonna make myself a little salad with it. I have some beetroots. I've made some lentils 2 days ago, so I'm gonna add that. Then I add olive oil and apple cider vinegar. Finally, I am so hungry. I'm gonna give myself a good 20 minutes off where I don't do anything. I'm gonna have this. I love this. So if you guys have never had this, so I dip it into soy sauce and the way it looks inside, see, it has salmon inside. That's why I call it a sandwich, because you have the rice on both sides and the little nori leaf. And this is my salad. Lentils, green salad, and beetroot. It's after lunch and I started working on a few things. We're supposed to see each other with Lisa to do some, how can I call this? We're gonna mold certain pieces that we wanna make. I don't know if I'm staying here or going to her house to do that, but I have a few things I need to do on my own before. Some admin stuff. I need to look at some inspirations. I have a few books around here. I just wanna open up and see if I get inspired for something. We're just looking for a particular detail. It's not like the piece, but it's a detail. And so I feel that if I look at photography or fashion books, like I might see a detail that sparks an idea. So I want to do that before she arrives. And also I need to look for extra fabric. We have like not boxes, we have a box with extra fabric that we keep from previous things that we've done. And we use them to after create things. Because for Lisa and I, whenever we create something, our first step is to get a fabric that's close to what we would want for the piece. And we do it on ourselves. So we literally cut pieces and she put it on me, then I put it on her, or vice versa, depending on, what we want to do. And we start from there and then we take pictures and then we go to a technical designer and we're like, can you translate this into a pattern? But it gives a good idea of length, of fitting, of the feel, the look. And we get very close to what we want. It's crazy how good we are at doing this, because then the struggle is we have that in mind and we're like, it needs to look like this. I mean, it takes time for a factory to get to the exact piece that we want. So we'll be doing that, having coffee. I don't usually have coffee in the afternoon, but it's okay. And I'm having a long day and it's my last cup of coffee for 25 days. The reason for that is that you and I tonight, we are starting my teeth whitening journey. Oh, I have been pushing this for a month now. I was supposed to start at the beginning of January and I got sick and I just wasn't in the mood to restrict myself on certain things. This needs to happen or I'm never gonna do it. So I've decided I'd do it tonight and I'm gonna do it with you guys. You guys help me accountable. See how we like help each other. You guys are helping me. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna film a day in my life, tonight I'm starting my teeth whitening. Like this, I show it to you guys. I show my whole before and after Invisalign journey and we'll do that later on tonight. out. So this is what happened. We started working together and ding dong, the person that takes care of our building comes up to me and is like, hey, your apartment is leaking at your neighbors again.
That is always the worst knock on your door.
So we had someone come over, check things out. Anyway, it was a pretty big fuss. I had to cut the water in my apartment. So creativity has been cut short for the day. And we've decided to, well, I had planned to do this anyway, but we are in Le Marais because I wanted to just go to the Frankie Shop to check out some outerwear because they have another store here.
And I thought I would
tag along.
And I thought I would tag along. And I feel like I need a little pick-me-up. And Karen said something about cream, like a puff cream or whatever. I'm all here for it. Les dunes?
Yeah, so
I've never tasted that.
If you guys remember, I was in Arcachon for New Year's Eve, and there is a specialty there called dune, which is a little chou with sugar stuffed with like a fantastic cream inside. And so Lisa's like, I'm so hungry, I want something sweet. And so I told Lisa, let's go to Dune Blanche, it's called. It's here. You need to try this. I have been dreaming of having one ever since I had one. So this is our pick-me-up snack.
Je suis ton travail.
Merci beaucoup.
On est loin après.
It's like a chouquette, if you've had a chouquette, but a chouquette doesn't have anything inside. So good. Alright, show the inside. It's like divine.
But it's super light cream.
Cheers. Our little taste buds are happy.
Yes, definitely.
And I'm now gonna go to Frankie Shop here in the Marais. They have two stores in the same street facing each other. And I just wanna try two other pieces because I wasn't satisfied by the ones I tried in the store in Galerie Lafayette.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see what you have your eye on.
I just wanna, I don't know what I want, so I need to try things, you know?
Yeah, but at least we're together.
Option one, this gorgeous bomber that has shoulder pads, and I kind of love it. Lisa loves it, and I kind of love it. Option two, way too big, but I wanted to see the length that fits the style. It's a great staple to have. I have a little crush on the bomber.
I choose the bomber. I love it. It's a jacket we don't have.
I agree.
Definitely. Because the other one, the shoulders were an issue.
No, the shoulders are an issue. So there's one problem with the Frankie Shop. Sometimes they do an oversized shoulder very well. Sometimes I do not like when the oversized, and some of you have asked me how to wear oversized things. And everything is so precise in the right, I don't know how to say.
Yeah, like it can go wrong real quick. Yeah.
And the issue on that coat, like the fabric was great, the length was great, but the shoulders, they were too round. You know, it's not a good oversized. Look at this dog. Oh, look at this crazy dog.
Baby.
It's a baby.
Because he's like, I want to go everywhere.
The shoulders, instead of being sharp but oversized, they were round but oversized, and it doesn't look good on anyone. A pity. So the outerwear is still on, but I did like that jacket.
I love that.
I really did like it.
Let us know in the comments
what you think. Other thing, I spritz Soleil Neige from Tom Ford, and I smell divine. I've been like this, and I smell divine.
I was telling Karen.
Yes.
Is that we love the same things, and I just want to buy the same things, and Karen wants to buy the same things that I buy.
Yes.
So
that's why we definitely need to go on with the brand, because anyway we just
want to wear the same things, so we create the same things and we wear the same things. It's a problem. It's a waste of money because we buy the same things. Well, then we should just live together. We should live together. We found the problem, the solution. Before we headed home, we got a little chai latte at the spot called White, which is in the back. We're sitting outside. Is it good? Yeah. It's not as good as cappuccino, and my new favorite is Saint Pearl. It's very vanilla-ish. But I think their specialty is coffee here. It's not chai latte, but it's the end of the day and I can't have coffee. Yeah, and I don't drink coffee.
Hi, I'm back. I came back from my little trip to the Marais, worked for an hour and a half at home, and then went now to the pharmacy and grabbed dinner. Well, I didn't grab dinner at the pharmacy. I bought toothpaste there, and then I grabbed dinner at this place called Junk. I've been wanting to try their burgers for a really long time. People have been raving about them. They're smash burgers, and I had to Google exactly what was a smash burger. So it is apparently a burger where the meat is really like pressed, so it's very thin. So there's 3 layers of meat and then just cheese and the special sauce. So since I can't cook tonight because we're in a crime scene, because the leak comes from my kitchen, since I can't use any water, I thought tonight I am going to grab something made by someone, and that's it. And I'm gonna make myself a green salad on the side. Because my favorite combo, guys, I don't know why. I love fries, but if I eat fries and a burger, it's just like too much for some reason. But when I have a green salad and a burger, it's bliss. It's warm. It's warm, but I want to shower before I go. I want to robe vibes, shower, take the day off of me. Wash the day off, so wash the day off and then we'll eat. My meal is ready, salad, and the burger looks pretty good. I'm so happy because it's still warm. Ooh, this is nice. I am going to have my meal. I'm gonna start episode 4 of a show that I've been watching, and once I'm done, I will fill you guys in on the burger, if it's worth it, and definitely the show, because it is.
Used it all in the first 7 races. Ginseng continued on in the first 7 races. Now I've just worked for
You guys. Oh. And this is a review from someone that doesn't, I don't crave burgers. This is hands down one of the best burgers I've had in Paris. This is so good. The bread is kind of a brioche, so it gives a little bit of that taste, a little bit of sweetness, but it's not sweet. And the meat is incredible. It's like crispy on the outer parts, I guess, of the way they grill it. It's insane. It's delicious. I just never craved burgers, but this, fabulous. Second thing, I finished the show and I need to put you guys on something so I can quickly talk about it. And I'm even maybe gonna have a little chocolate. I usually have chocolate at night. It's my treat after dinner, you know what I mean? And I actually, oops, do you know the brand? Well, you know the brand because I've spoken to you guys about it. The herbal coffee that I love from Cosmic Dealer. They saw that I was loving their coffee, so they sent me a pack of their chocolates. And I feel like it's the right time to have some chocolate, so I'm gonna try this. The show, everything started this week when I saw a video on YouTube of a YouTuber that I watched. It's a French YouTuber called, his name is Idyl. He does videos, but only in French, and specifically about F1. So I love it because it's everything about F1. A lot of YouTubers do more motorsports in general, but he does only F1. And what I love about him is that not only he does F1 news and things like that, but he also talks about specific people that have done specific things in the world of F1. It's just really, really fun to watch. I mean, he's just in front of the camera, talking about the story, but he does it in a way where it's super engaging. I clicked on one and it was about this man called Ross Brawn, and I didn't know anything about his story. And he is a true main character in F1, and he actually made F1 what it is today because it was his idea to have media coming in and Netflix and all of these things. So thanks to him, F1 got this whole like popularity. There is a TV show on Disney Plus. So yes, I subscribed to Disney Plus for this, but it was worth it. It's a documentary of 4 parts, 4 one-hour parts, and it's called Brawn, The Impossible F1 Story. You guys, when I say it's impossible, it's impossible what they achieved. The reason why it piqued my interest, that YouTube video, is because of the story of this guy. And then he actually says there is a full documentary on this specific year that was the most incredible year of Ross Brawn and the team he was at and the whole thing. If I get into a little bit of more of the specifics without spoiling you guys anything, because the story is so insane that I want you guys to discover it like I did. But he is gonna move to Honda, and in 2008, Honda is gonna pull out of F1 because of the economical crisis. And so he is going to buy the Honda team for £1 symbolical pound, and he's gonna wanna go into F1 in 2009 because he knew they had an amazing car that they had started developing at the time. So he's gonna go into this 2009 F1 year with no money, no sponsor. So this is the first time you see a full white car on the track, which is insane. And we know F1 is so expensive. So it's incredible that he did that. And so he's gonna go into that year with Jenson Button and Rubens Barrichello, which is a Brazilian driver. And it's gonna be a crazy year. And I'm not gonna spoil anything because it's fantastic. And I think is also such a great documentary to motivate you, because there's really some interesting life lessons in my opinion, and you'll see. I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about when you'll watch episode 4, and you'll see how Jenson Button gets the pep talk of his life, guys, and how it is important to have the right people around you. Okay, note that, go watch the documentary and then come back to me, because that was such a good representation of what I always tell you guys. The most important thing in life is who you surround yourself with every time. And that was an example of it. So definitely recommend watching this show called Brawn, the F1 Impossible Story. So I just finished episode 4 right now, and fabulous. What am I having? Cinnamon roll. There are so many tastes. Oops. What is this? Toasted coconut. That's for me. Nice. Look at that. It's very good. Oh, this is very good. I like it because it's dark chocolate, but it's not a dark chocolate that's too dark. You know what I'm doing? Now it's time to get this situated. I have double cleansed with my Haru oil cleanser. And then, as I said, I discovered Medicate because of this retinol. I've been using it a few times. This little sample really lasts a long time. So I am doing their Crystal Retinol number 6. So the reason why I am super curious of this brand is that, first of all, it's not retinol, it's retinal, which is way more potent than retinol. And what they did is that the reality is your skin kind of get used to certain intensity. So if you have very sensitive skin, you can go with number 1 and then you build up to number 24. So it's like 1, 3, 6, 10, 20, 24, if I remember. So this is number 6. I went straight up to number 6, but I have been doing retinol for a few years now, so my skin is pretty used to it. Then I used this eye cream from Beauty of JOSEON, which is retinal again, and ginseng. Love this. While this kind of sinks into the skin, I thought I would do my retainer, my whitening retainer. I have done teeth whitening twice before in my life. Once 5 years ago and once another 5 years ago. So that's that. I've done them twice in the office of the dentist, which means you go there and you just sit under the light for 20 minutes, half an hour. And it was very effective. Really a before and after, absolutely fabulous. So perfect. Last year in May, I decided to do Invisalign because I had this front tooth that was going out like so, like my teeth were moving. So I went to see the dentist and I was like, hey, I rather stop the craziness now than waiting it to get crazy. And he was like, okay, fine, you're right. At least it's not gonna last long to redo the alignment. So the alignment was very slight, but as the dentist said, from there it was gonna just get crazier and crazier. And the reality is that it was affecting my front tooth. And you know, you don't wanna look crazy with your front tooth. Like when it's the back ones, it's fine, but the front ones, you kind of wanna prevent it from them to kind of getting on top of each other. And that's what was happening. So I'm gonna show you now my before and after. So the results of my Invisalign journey. Honestly, for me, Invisalign has been super easy. I mean, I was pretty committed. I was really excited to get a nice result. And so, I mean, for me, it was really not complicated. Yes, the first few days when you put your first tray in, it's a little bit painful. You can feel your teeth moving from time to time, but it's nothing that crazy. You have to kind of take it in for the first week. First week is weird to have something in your mouth, the plastic, all of that, and then you get completely used to it. It ended up lasting 5 months. We added a few trays at the end because we weren't 100% satisfied with the results. So the dentist recommended me to add a few trays, so we did, and that's it. And so because I have my trays, my retainers, he's like, we're just gonna do the whitening with the retainer at home. I've never done this, so that's what we're doing. I did it with the Smile Clinic at Medellin. They were fabulous and everything went super, super smoothly. So highly recommend them. So I've never done this before. 15 days. So it's not 25, like I said. So it's 15 days. And the first 5, I have to do this first intensity, which is a 10%. So you have these little syringes. I guess I have to do this. Wait. The only thing I have to say about this thing is that it's not really well explained, but okay. They say you have to apply, wait, is this my bottom tooth? Yeah. They have to apply a dot on each tooth, like here. This is gonna take forever. Okay, it's coming out, okay, oh my God. Okay, so now I put this. So I brushed my teeth, flossed, of course. It's quicker than I expected, I have to say. I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh my God. Okay. That's a lot of things in my mouth at the moment. Last thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my moisturizer. I ran out of my nighttime moisturizer, so I'm just gonna put this Some by Me. Good layer, because it was cold today. I need hydration. Last thing that I purchased recently, and I could not do it because I've seen so many reviews on this product. And I was like, I need to try this. It's this Kerastase 8-hour night serum for your hair. And it's a plant-based protein treatment that you can put every night because it does not grease your hair, which I was pleasantly surprised. So I apply a nice amount and I just go in like that. The scent is fabulous, which is so nice because it kind of gives back some fresh scent back to your hair. So you go to bed and it smells lovely. It does not grease the hair at all. I've been doing this for a few days. Haven't washed my hair in 3 days and used it every night and perfectly fine. So that's a great thing. And that's it. We'll see how it goes. Like, can't tell you anything for now because I've just started using it, and these are the type of products, just like the retinol, you need time. you need time to see it. I'm putting it on my front ends because they're a little damaged. And that's that. There. This is it, guys, and I am so ready for bed. Thank you so much for spending this day with me. I'm gonna cut it short because I can't really talk with these retainers. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I wish you all a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.